Take a look at this. First responders in London have been fighting a fire at this 24-story building for hours.
The pictures are just incredible this morning. We know there are a number of deaths, but officials say they just don't know how many right now. And London's fire commissioner, in fact, saying she has never seen anything like this.
Now they're working to find out how this all started. Our Anna Carrera has been keeping an eye on this all morning. It's an incredibly scary situation there, Anna.
Yeah, well, especially you consider it started around 1 o'clock in the morning local time, so a lot of those people, as you might imagine, were sleeping. We've heard people were building ropes from sheets just trying to get out of that building safely, and now the London Fire Commissioner says there's a structural engineer keeping an eye on the building to make sure it's still stable. We'll give you a look at what it was like earlier. This is in West London at Grenfell Tower. While firefighters were struggling to get the fire under control, people were trapped inside. Now, dozens of fire engines, 200 firefighters are there. Some made it within minutes of the first call. And as we mentioned, some people have died, but the fire commissioner says because of the complexity of the building, they're not putting a number on it quite yet. They haven't been able to get to some of those parts of the building. Now, at least 50 people, though, have been taken to hospitals in the area. Hundreds of people who lived on that block now being treated for smoke inhalation.
There was smoke everywhere, literally everywhere. There was people downstairs, there was bits of the block, cladding falling off the block that was on fire. People screaming after a couple of minutes, because obviously people were still sleeping on the higher floors, so they didn't have a clue what was going on. I'm not even sure if half of them got out, to be honest with you. There was kids at the window, there was people flashing their phone lights for help, but the fire brigade couldn't get upstairs.
Yeah, really scary stuff there. Police have turned a nearby church into a makeshift center for people who had to be evacuated. They don't know at this point if there are still people trapped inside, but as you can see, people could see the smoke from miles away, and this is happening thousands of miles away from us, but it is a good reminder to anyone who lives in a tall apartment complex, or if you stay in a high-rise hotel, have a plan about how to get out in case of an emergency. If you know there's a fire, take the stairs, never the elevator, and feel the back of the door before opening it, just in case it's hot. And you know, Julia, one person who lives there says they've been complaining about safety issues at that building for a number of years. We'll have more on that coming up in the 6:30 hour about what they've been saying about that area.
So tragic there this morning. All right. Thanks, Anna.